Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back to Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Today we're going to be making something I discovered. It's called an earthquake cake. Why an earthquake cake, you might ask? Well, because of all the ingredients that we're going to put into it, and it's going to make it bubble up. I'm going to give you the simple version. I'm not going to have you make a homemade chocolate cake because you can easily get a box cake mix to do it. I like to make things simple and keep it simple, and in case you need to do something quick, I want to be able to give it to you and you can make a quick dessert for your unexpected company. So I'm going to start off with giving you the ingredients. For the base of the cake, we're going to have 1 cup of coconut and 1 cup of parched pecans. That's for the base. That's going to go on the bottom. And then what goes in between the base is the cake, a box of cake mix. You're just going to do the chocolate cake mix according to the instructions, and I have the stuff all ready for that. And then after you get that done, we're going to do a cream cheese combination to put on top of it and swirl it in the batter. And then we're going to have chocolate chips to put on top. So I'm gonna give you so I gave you the ingredients for the base. You know that the chocolate cake mix, you follow the instructions. And for the cream cheese filling, you're gonna take 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. So we're gonna get all this done. I'm going to get this mixed first, because we can mix this and put it to the side, and then we'll do the cake. So let me get this melted right quick. Let me put the cream cheese in here first. We're gonna put the cream cheese in first, and we're going to mix it with the mixer so you can get it nice and creamy. Let's get it started slow. And in the meantime, I'm gonna melt the butter real quick, because you want the butter melted. You can't have the butter solid trying to mix it in there. I'm gonna put the butter here and we're gonna melt it. So that only takes like 30 seconds probably. So we're letting that butter melt real quick. And oh yeah, cream cheese is all blended up. And while I'm melting that butter, I just want to say to you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kathy's Creole Kitchen, and like my videos, because it's really important that you do that so that I can continue to do this. I don't know if I should continue to do it if you guys aren't liking it. I don't know if you're going to like it or not, or if it's just a waste of time for me. But I appreciate all the comments that have been left. I appreciate you watching my videos. Please don't ever misinterpret. I love that you guys, I love that you watch and subscribe to my channel. So the butter is melted. We're going to get the melted butter here. It only took 30 seconds to melt it. We're going to pour it in the batter, into the cream cheese mixture. Well, it's not a mixture yet. It's just the cream cheese. Now it's getting ready to be a mixture. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to turn it on. And while that's stirring together, we're going to add the vanilla. So we put the teaspoon of vanilla in there. Get it all mixed up. All nice and pretty. So now we're going to add some of the powdered sugar, a little at a time. You don't want to add it all at once. So let's just add some of it, and we'll turn it back on. And we're going to do that until we get all the powdered sugar incorporated in there. And when I finish getting it incorporated in there, I'll get back to you and show you how it looks. Okay, so I got it all mixed. Taking the beater off, the beater attachment, and we're gonna rake all I call this the lava. This is gonna be the lava of the volcano, the earthquake cake, I'm sorry. It's because, you know, it's gonna crack and everything. So we're gonna put that there, and we're gonna scrape it into this bowl so we can put this on. This is the next to the last step, but we have to get it done and get it into a bowl. So we're gonna get it into this bowl. And I'm gonna get the next step ready. I'm gonna get the bowl ready to mix the cake mix. All right, I got everything all cleaned up. Now we're gonna do the cake. We're just gonna open a box of cake mix, take everything out. I should have got scissors. Sometimes I'm forgetful of a few little things. I'll just take a knife and open it. I'm gonna pour the cake mix in here. We're going to get my eggs incorporated like I always do. 3 eggs, because that's what the cake mix instructions says. So I got my 3 eggs. I'm gonna put my 3 eggs in here. And we're gonna put a 1/2 cup of oil according to the instructions. And a cup of water, because that's part of the instructions. So we're gonna get all that. We're gonna mix it, put it on low. And in the meantime, you should have prepared a 9 by 13 inch sheet pan, or just a 9 by 13 inch pan, and you spray it with cooking spray and you line it with parchment paper so that the cake doesn't stick. So we've got that prepared, and the oven is preheating 350 degrees. So we're gonna get all this blended, and then we're gonna assemble the cake, because we have to bake it and assemble it and do all that great stuff with it. So let's get this all mixed. And remember, don't mix your cake mix too long, because that makes a cake tough. You know, they say mix it for 2 minutes, but usually I just mix it long enough to get all the ingredients incorporated in it. I don't like mixing it too long, because it makes the cake tough. So you just mix it just long enough to get everything incorporated. So that looks like that's gonna do it. So now we are going to assemble this cake. So the first step is we're going to take the coconut and we're going to sprinkle it all on the bottom of the pan. This is the cup of coconut, flake sweetened coconut. So we just got it all on the pan. And then the next step is to get the parched pecans. I always parch my pecans because it just gives it a better flavor. It brings the nuttiness out into the nut. It makes it just taste oh so good. So you're going to put that on top of the coconut. So you have a coconut and pecan base. You're going to sprinkle it all over the pan, get it all evenly in there, just like so. So we've got that. So now the next step is, for me to take this beater off of it so I don't make a mess, which you guys know I'm known for making messes. So you see, this is the base of it. We've got the pecans and the coconut. And now we're going to get the cake mix batter, and we're just going to put it all over the pan, all in there. We're going to get it all nice in there, spread out even in there, just like so. Get it all in there. We're going to get all the wonderful goodness in there. Okay, got it all. Yum, yum, yum. So let's just spread it in there like so. So we can get it all over the pan, all the way out to the bottom of the pan. And remember, you got that wonderful base on the bottom of pecans and coconut. Oh, how delicious do you think that's going to be? It's going to be absolutely marvelous. So we have that in there. And now we're going to get a spoon, and we're going to get the cream cheese mixture. This is my lava. That's what I call it, my lava. So what we're gonna do with that, we're gonna plop spoonfuls onto the top, just like so. Just plop it on, just like so. Because as this baking, it's going to crack, hence the name earthquake cake. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a wonderful earthquake cake. Getting all this delicious cream cheese in here. Don't want to waste any of it, because it's just so delicious. Put a little more here. And you want to be careful not to put the cream cheese toward the edge of the cake. You don't want it touching the pan. You just want it just so. And so we'll do it like that. Got that like that. So much mess. I have so much mess. And I think I'm going to use a butter knife, just a simple butter knife, to do this, just to make swirls in the cake, just like so. Very simple. See, it gives it a lovely little design, just like that. It's really, really pretty. And this is really a crowd pleaser, because who doesn't like a lovely sheet cake? It's easy to cut, it's easy to serve. There's no frosting needed because everything is all in one pan. So now that we have that and we've made the little design in it, we're going to take 1 cup of mixed chips, chocolate chips. I have white and dark chocolate, white and milk chocolate chips. And all we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle them on top of the cake, just like so. Just sprinkle it all on top of the cake. So you're going to get all kinds of goodness in this cake. The oven has been preheating for to 350 degrees. I want to make sure we got all this in here. Put a little on the edges. And remember, you have to spray some cooking spray and in the pan, and then put the parchment paper. So now that we have it all set up, we're going to put it in a 350 degree oven, and we're going to cook it for 40 to 50 minutes. I'm going to set the timer for 50 minutes so that, let's see, we're going to set it for 50 minutes so that it's baking long enough. If it doesn't take the 50 minutes, I'll take it out. I'm sorry you can't see me, guys. I got the flowers in the way. Okay, so I put the timer on 50 minutes, and we're gonna let it bake for 50 minutes. Because the thing is, you can't stick a toothpick into it and see if it's cool. If it's cooked, it doesn't work like that, because it's gonna be a ooey gooey goodness kind of cake. So we just have to trust that in 40 to 50 minutes is going to be cooked. And how you're going to tell that it's cooked is going to be when the cake mix, the dough, is separating from the pan. That's really how you tell when something is cooked. So if you let it do 40 to 50 minutes, it will be cooked. So we're going to let it bake, and then when it's done, I'll get back to you. Okay, it sounded like it's time to take the cake out of the oven. Let's get it out the oven. But let me get the rack for it first. Gotta get the cooling rack. Gonna put it on the cooling rack here. Get something to get it out so I don't burn my hand. It is. This is how it looks. Doesn't it look gorgeous? So it's out of the oven. Now we just have to let it cool for an hour. So we're gonna have to let it cool for an hour. And me showing it to you made it spill out on the side a little bit because the molten cream cheese came out. So let's just scoop it back in there a bit. Yeah, looking good. So we're gonna let it cool for an hour, and then we'll cut it. So it's out of the oven now, and let's let it cool. And then when it cools off and I can cut it, I'll cut it and show you how delicious it looks. Okay, so I think the cake is cool enough to cut it. We're just gonna cut a nice little piece out of it so I can show you guys. But this is how delicious looking it is. Like I say, it's a chewy, ooey, gooey kind of cake. Gonna cut it. Remember, we left the parchment paper on the bottom so that we would be able to get it. So So here we go. We're getting it right up off of there. Take a look at that. Look how yummalicious that looks. So we're gonna put that there. Give me a nice little fork out of here. Look at that. The roofer's on the roof in case you're hearing some bumping because we had damage from Hurricane Beryl. But here you go. It's delicious. I want to thank you again for watching Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Y'all join me next time for a brand new recipe. I'll show you how to make it. Subscribe to my page, Kathy's Creole Kitchen, and like my videos. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.